Hey, how's it going? No great surprise here, YoloLiv have put out another update for the Yolobox Pro. This time it's version 1.8 and it's got some fantastic new stuff in it. Stuff that all of you guys and me have been asking them for, and they deliver it all so quickly. So let's have a quick rundown of what's in here and then we'll go and have a look at it on the Yolobox itself. Now, the first thing is you can now switch between up to 10 video sources. Previously it was 6. The second thing in here is you're able to create more multi-views. This means you can have 2 picture-in-pictures, 2 side-by-sides, etc. The third thing is the USB-A port can now be used for an external drive. This means it can be used for data and for video sources, for the overlays, etc. The USB-C port can now be used by the Rodecaster Pro and some other audio mixers. Number 5 is the ability to automatically hide overlays with a preset visibility duration, so you can set it for 10 seconds and it will go away by itself. There are now more shapes available for the picture-in-picture subscreen. This means that if I had my face in the bottom corner of a game that I'm playing or something like that, it can now be in a circle. And finally, fade to black as a video transition. Those are the main things in here. There are a few other extra bits and pieces as well that aren't in the highlighted bullet points, so you might not have seen them. First of all, the line input for audio now supports stereo, not just mono. You can now adjust audio gain up to 30 decibels. 50 frames per second has been added as another frame rate that you can use, and one that's not going to affect most of my audience, but there are 2 new Japanese fonts available. So that's what we're going to be going through in this video. Let's quickly jump over to my other desk where I've got the Yolobox Pro set up, because I'm using it now for my other gaming channel, which I'll tell you about as well, and we'll have a look at these things in the real world. So let's have a look at all of this. I've created a simple stream here just called AAA, and let's have a look at all of the new features we've got just using this. Okay, I've got 3 cameras plugged in here, as you can see, and we're going to start by having a look at the video sources. Now, as it says, you can switch between up to 10 video sources, so I can very quickly just add a few more video sources and show you some of the things on the way. So we've got the different multi-views here. So let's have a look. We've got picture-in-picture 1, split view, we've also got the side-by-side, news layout and triple that we're used to, but as you can see there's a second one for each of these now as well. So the picture-in-picture, we've got 2 of those that we can use, so I can take that one there, set that there as the main source, and then set this as the second source, click next again, and done. So we can have that there. And as you can see, I've got a new video source here with me as the picture-in-picture down in the corner. I can create a second one of those easily enough just by clicking there, and then HDMI 2 and me as the inset source, and then as you can see down here we've got a second one. So that's 5 video sources there. Now we can also create more video sources using different things that you might be used to. For example, I can go local video and I can choose that movie here, which is sitting on the SD card, which is plugged into the bottom here. I'll just click done on that one. I can also create a new video source by clicking this grey down arrow here, and that will take me to a second screen of video sources. Create local video 2, and now I can choose one off the USB storage. So I'll click done on that one, and there you can see I've got a 7th video source. So I've got all of these extra video sources now that I can switch between. If I take my output into live mode and go to the switching thing here, you can see that I can scroll left or right and choose between all the extra video sources. It would be nice if you could swipe scroll and drag that across. Maybe they'll do that in another one, but it's just great having them here now. So what we've shown you here is that we've got the extra multi-views. We've got the USB-A available for a USB drive, and you can actually plug a USB hard drive into here as well. I've got an SD card and an adapter, but you can do it either way. Now I can create an overlay here, so I'm just going to create an image overlay. I'm just going to go there. I'm going to choose an image off my USB store, which is just a title card from one of my previous videos, and there's this new option here for auto hide, so I'll turn that on, and you can tell it to auto hide after 10 seconds. You can just tap on that if you wish and change that duration, say to 5 seconds, which will be better just for the demo. It's probably a bit short for practical purposes, but so there's a new overlay that I've got. So now what I can do is I can turn that overlay on, and I can just wait for it. I know that it's going to turn off after 5 seconds, so I don't have to bother about it. It's just a great piece of automation that you can use to save having to go and make more manual changes on here. So that's great. If you want to put a title up, you know you're only wanting it there for 5 seconds or 10 seconds or something, you can just set it going and then get back to actually producing your video. So that's great. Now the picture-in-picture ones, I just wanted to show you something else on here. I just click on that arrow so that it takes me back up here. Here's my picture-in-picture video here. I'm just going to hold my finger down on it and then choose the edit key. And up here you'll see it says subscreen shape. That means I can now choose a circle, and then my picture appears down here as a circle in the corner instead of the rectangle. Or there's a diamond shape as well if you want to choose something like that. If it works for you, I can still scale that up or down as we always could before. We've also got a new transition available to us. Coming to the video source transitions, you can now choose fade to black as an option, so that if you want to go to a blackout, you now can. If I choose a different transition now and go to another video source, that fades in from black. Now if I had one, I could plug a Rodecaster Pro into the USB-C socket on the top here. I don't have one unfortunately, so I can't show you that working. However, if I did, you could plug that in and you can have that USB-C audio mixer working straight into here as well. If you have audio coming into the line in port up here, this now supports stereo sound, not just mono. If you have a look here under encoding settings, you'll be able to see that the frame rates now include 48 and 50 frames per second, as well as 59.94 and 60 frames per second, adding in that 50 frame per second option. Generally, I'm going to leave it at 30 frames a second. That's pretty much standard for the internet. So there you go. Hope you found that really useful. If you've got any comments or questions or anything like that, put them into the comments section down below here. I do read those and get back to as many of them as I can. Don't forget to click on these other buttons, the like and all of that sort of thing. And there's that applause button if you really want to help support the channel. Don't forget also to click here and subscribe, and watch this video and this video as well, because they've got some really awesome stuff in them that's going to help you out and help you succeed and become better at what you're doing. And I'll see you in another video real soon. Thanks for sticking around, really appreciate it. Go watch some more of my videos, you'll love them.